Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check.
அவர்தான் வைக்க சொன்னதுனால ஆச்சு மாசம் அதான் அதான் வச்சேன். நீ அவர் கேட்டு எடுத்துக்கோ.
Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check.
Hello, check 1 2 3. Hello, check 1 2 3. Hello, check. Hello, 1 2 3. Hello, check.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Check, check, check.
So far, 10 has been happening. 8 and 2 are confirmed. 10. So more there are 12 only from us. So far, 10 different. Two people have been all there. But then they wanted to see the same course in the so otherwise it would have started.
ஆஃப் பண்ணியா
இங்கே ப்ரோவா சிஸ்டத்துக்கு ப்ரோவா சிஸ்டத்துக்கு வெரி குட் லைவ் they have already crossed both of them.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
There's a saying, don't ask me whose saying is it, I just found it. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. So here we are all assembled here today to start your career in the field of your passion, both in undergraduation as well as in post-graduation, to learn with involvement, with passion, under the guidance of our gurus here at LV Prasad College of Media Studies. So, a very good morning to one and all present here today. My name is Preeta. I work in the Sales and Marketing Department as the Sales Manager. I take great pleasure in being part of this function and welcoming you all to this day. Let's begin the day with a prayer. May I request each one and all of you to stand up. please be seated. So, next we have the lighting of the lamp. May I call Dr. Kavita Ganesh, Ms. Kavita Prasad, Dr. SOWMYA, Mr. Michael Joseph, and Mr. M.K. Prasad to come forward to light the lamp. Thank you. So next, we are going to watch a few videos. The first video will be on the life history of L.V. Prasad, followed by a virtual tour of our infrastructure, and one more video on the celebrity talk. So 3 videos. Please stay back, relax, enjoy.
In the beginning, there was light and shadow. The early decades of the 20th century silently unleashed the magic prowess of cinema, which attracted and held masses in its fold. While many became curious spectators and addicted to this magic, one teenager from a remote village in Andhra Pradesh aspired to become an active part of the burgeoning invention. Akkineni Lakshmi Varaprasad Rao followed the path of cinema laid from its silent era. Born into an agriculturist's family, he grew up in rural traditions. Amazingly, he created world-class facilities to filmmakers.
But since I am very much interested in acting, so I thought, why not I go to Bombay, the center of films, and become like Eddie Polo, a hero. And without leaving my wife and a young child, I took calmly 100 rupees from the house, and that night I left. That is December 29, and landed in 1st January. But I am on streets. I do not know what to do. Their Kohinoor Film Company was very popular then. I used to stand at the doors, and doors that the Pathans may not allow me. I used to watch the shooting through that thin holes. There was a tailor shop is there. He had been watching me from the beginning, and he called me. Then he heard my stories. Don't worry, my boy, you stay here in my shop. I will recommend you to some of the people. At the same time, I am helping him. He used to go away evenings. I used to clean the shop. And some of his heroes used to come there and get their clothes stitched.
He used to be charmed by the stars and was dreaming of himself becoming a star. He acted in the first ever Indian talkie, Alamara, in a small role. H.M. Reddy cast him in Bhakta Prahlada, the first Telugu talkie, as well as Kalanidhi's, the first Tamil talkie in 1931. When there was no activity, he worked as errand boy in film producing companies. He was a gatekeeper of Dreamland Theatre for some time. It is this very theatre that celebrated the golden jubilee of his film, Khilona. In the 50s, a new banner and a new life to Prasad. Vijaya Productions was born. Prasad became the director of their maiden movie, Shaukar. Ilavelpu posed a great challenge. When he made this film in Hindi, he had problems in making stars accept a similar role. And it was only Raj Kapoor and Meena Kumari who finally condescended to do the roles.
मैंने प्रसाद जी की एक दूसरी फिल्म की जिसका नाम था मिलन। पवन करे शोर, पवन करे शोर। अरे बाबा शोर नहीं, शोर शोर शोर। पवन करे शोर। हाँ, जिया रे झूमे ऐसे जैसे बनमाना छे मोर।
Adopting South Indian stories to the north, or vice versa, Prasad took care to see that the classical music of their region was used predominantly.
एक महीने के लिए देखने के लिए सत्यम में गए, प्रसाद जी ने कहा था देखने के लिए वहाँ, और हमको बहुत ही अच्छी लगी पिक्चर। तो वही सत्यम से मैंने फोन किया प्रसाद जी को, और मैंने कहा प्रसाद जी आपको तो हमारी बात देनी चाहिए, पिक्चर बहुत गजब की है और आपका जिगरा और आपकी ताकत और आपकी रिस्क लिया कि नया लड़का नया लड़की कमला हसन धरती अग्निहोत्री को लेकर के पिक्चर बनाई है और ये पिक्चर मेमोरेबल है।
In 1982, Sri L.V. Prasad was honored with the coveted Dada Saheb Phalke Award. A great talent was given his due, so richly deserved.
Awards came his way, and he chaired a number of jury sessions as the man went on to reach the pinnacle of glory. The news of his death made headlines, even as the industry lost its mentor and guide. Prasad Laboratories today stand as examples of an individual's dedication and commitment to the cause of cinema. Every paisa that he earned was channeled into filmmaking, even as the facilities that he created prove. This is evident in the L.V. Prasad Eye Institute that he created in Hyderabad. He had once remarked, "It is through the eyes that people have seen me on the screen and contributed to my growth. I am repaying them by trying to take care of their eyes."
You have entered this industry as a pioneer. When you just finished your teens, you have come up the rungs in the industry. You have been an actor, a producer, a director, a distributor, and whatnot. But of all of these, which really is your first love?
Can I tell you the fact?
Yes.
Acting.
இந்த கால படிக்க இது தெய்வம் நிர்ணயம் பண்ண
Cinema has actually always been my dream.
When I searched across the country, I found L.V. Prasad Film and TV Academy is one place where you not just get the right guidance, but you get the right spirit and the right atmosphere.
In music production, they undergo various aspects of music production. Students will get trained by well-known music directors and they do workshops for them.
The media industry has been booming extensively. Hence, your students are on the right path of the future.
The best thing about the campus is that it's a place where films are happening.
After completing the 2 years course, students gain the confidence to to work in the film industry.
It's a college that has everything for someone who thinks creatively.
If you like filmmaking, you should join Elite Prasad Film and TV Academy.
You're setting yourself up for a great career.
Prasad Film and TV Academy is a sort of a dream factory where a lot of dreams are born.
This is a fantastic place for me to keep coming again and again and just spending some time with the students here and the staff here and the library here.
I've been on many juries, twice in Cannes, in Marrakesh, Carlo Vivari and a couple of other festivals. And the jury deliberations are the most exciting part. I'm sure the jurors would agree. You argue, you disagree, there's no one right way. That's the wonderful thing about art. You can't really define it. There is no right or wrong. It will remain subjective. What was most wonderful was that not only the joy of the awardees and the winners, but how each one of you celebrated each other's victories. And I think that was really special. So my first humble advice would be that I hope you can keep this spirit alive. And even going forward, you can reach out to each other for help, for support, for ideas. Because as we move up on the ladder, as you start making more and more films, you have really less honest friends. People who will tell you that this was not good. It's important to have true friends who can also be, who can also have a critical view on the work that you do, who can give you suggestions, who can be honest to you. So I hope that the camaraderie and the friendship that I saw today is going to last a long time to come.
I didn't know what to do. Of course, we had the storyboard was there. The short division was made. We know where to keep the camera, what to do, everything. But the confidence was not there. What if everything goes wrong? What is the first shot? If it doesn't go wrong, if the actors do it wrongly, how do I correct it? I didn't know. I was completely scared. And on top of that, I was standing on a small rock. From a distance, I saw Mr. Mukherjee coming on his scooter to check on how I was doing, how I was going ahead with the shoot. And it will take another 1 minute for him to come from the scooter to my position to see that I am not in a position to shoot. So at that moment, all I could think of was, if Mr. Mukherjee comes here and sees me shivering, my career is done. So what I have to be is, I have to appear confident. I know I was not confident, but I cannot let it show to him. I cannot let it show on my face. So as he's getting down the scooter, as he is putting the stand to the scooter, I started shouting. I started shouting on the art guys, I started shouting on the cameraman, on the light boss, come on, put the light here. I don't know what I was talking, but I was just shouting. And I was keeping on giving instructions. Some of them were right, some of them were wrong. Now, Mr. Mukherjee is not a filmmaker. All he could see was that there is one confident guy who knows what he's doing. Surprisingly, the light boy who should actually know that I was talking nonsense, was also feeling that I was telling him the right thing because I was appearing confident. So at that moment, Mr. Mukherjee came, patted on my shoulder and said, yeah, good job, go ahead. I haven't shot anything as of yet. He said, good job and go ahead. So I realized slowly that what the industry needs more than the talent is the confidence.
Hello friends, this is music composer B. Iman. A very good morning to all the students. The fastest growing industry these days is of course the media industry, and With the pandemic and the extended lockdown these days, the media industry has been booming extensively. NC students are on the right path of the future. Nothing can become perfect unless the foundation is strong. And the foundation here is a formal education to learn every bit of the process in filmmaking. I wish you the very best for your future, for your studies. And we will catch up soon.
So I think all of you had get a feel of our complete infrastructure. I know most of you, I was one among you who had walked through this entire campus, showed you all these places, but for the benefit of those who have not seen this place, I'm sure you got to see a virtual tour of all the facilities that we have. You want to have an actual view once again, we are always ready. Post lunch, I can take the parents out, me and Mohana, we are there. We'll take you all for a walk through our campus. We can also take you to the studio campus. We can show you all the places, the classrooms, whatever you want. And all your clarifications will be cleared post your lunch section. So next, may I call upon Ms. Kavita Ganesh, Ms. Kavita Prasad, Ms. SOWMYA, Mr. M.K. Prasad, and Mr. Michael Joseph to please come to the dais. May I also call Sriraj, Mr. Sriraj? So please, Mr. Ravi, please. Thank you. May I ask Ms. Kavita Prasad to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Before I call Ms. Kavita Ganesh to do the welcome address, let me just take a couple of minutes to give a brief introduction of Ms. Kavita. Dr. Kavita Ganesh is a master of all trades when it comes to media and communication. She has the unique distinction of specializing in almost every medium, including advertising, television production, journalism, cinema, electronic media, and digital media. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Preeta. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today is a very special day. It's a new day, a day that unfolds new young minds, a day that carries bundles of dreams and aspirations, a day that marks the beginning of another bunch of sparkling energy. It's the day much waited for. Yes, it's our Induction Day 2022. I take immense pleasure to extend my greetings and welcome you all for this beautiful morning event. It's my honor to welcome our most respectable chief guest, Dr. S. SOWMYA, Vice-Chancellor of the prestigious Tamil Nadu Dr. Jayalalithaa Music and Fine Arts University. Dr. SOWMYA needs no introduction. She is highly acclaimed popular Carnatic vocalist who is the disciple of Sangita Kalanidhi, Dr. S. Ramanathan, and Sangita Kalacharyas, Srimati T. Mukta. She has won many awards, of which Kalaimamani from the Government of Tamil Nadu and Sangita Kalanidhi conferred by the Madras Music Academy are noteworthy and prestigious. She holds a doctorate from the University of Madras in a topic combining music and science. She truly sets a benchmark for multi-hyphenated achievements and a resounding passion for music. We are truly blessed to have you amongst us, ma'am, and welcome you on behalf of every member of this institution. Welcome, ma'am. This educational space is the dream of late L.V. Prasad ji, a pioneer in Indian cinema. His vision was finally woven by Mr. Ramesh Prasad, who carried his legacy and established this exclusive institution, the L.V. Prasad College of Media Studies. The baton is ably carried forward by our director, Mr. Sai Prasad, and Mrs. Kavita Prasad, who have embarked this journey to impart quality media education. I gladly welcome them for this memorable occasion. Welcome you, ma'am. As we take pride, I would like to welcome Mr. M.K. Prasad, a member of the management who has been a very big guiding force in setting things right and putting things on the map for us to progress further. Welcome you, sir. As we take pride in stepping into the new academic year, we realize that there has been a set of artisans who has been dedicatedly carving the sculptures with values, knowledge, wisdom, and dreams, which are transferred into our hands today for seeing them come alive as great filmmakers and media professionals. Dear parents, you are certainly our valuable guest, and we are sure to give you all our best in shaping your children to excel in future. I sincerely welcome you all, dear parents. My most warmest welcome to the batch of 2022. Dearest students, all I want to say is your next few years of stay with us is set to embark a significant journey in your lives and in the history of this institution too. It's your institution, set to function for you to excel. We welcome you all with our arms and heart wide open for you to relish and grow with us. Welcome you all, dear students. I warmly welcome the media team who has accepted our invitation and have graced the occasion. I sincerely welcome the members of the management, the heads, faculty, the non-teaching, administrative staff, and all the others who have worked towards organizing this event. Dear students, as you step into our portals, it's my pride to introduce the most dynamic management team who are going to be walking with you and holding you and guiding you through every step of progress here. It's my privilege to introduce our most dynamic Director of Academics, Michael Manuel Joseph. I'm glad to introduce our Registrar, Mr. Rajkumar, who would be a one-point solution for all your queries and that you want to sort out here. I would like to introduce Mr. Ravi Chandra, GM Sales and Marketing, the live wire of MBPA. Mr. Shiraz Ahmed. He's the Director, Students Welfare and Business Affairs. He's going to be there with you, taking you through all your queries, feedbacks, and whatever you need to make yourself and the place better for you. Kalpana, the head finance. That's Kalpana, the head finance, who is also a part of the management team. With this very brief introductory note and welcome address, I set the place open, and the induction day program is set for you for the next whole day, and everything is organized, and you will be getting to meet all your head of the departments and your particular faculty. And welcome aboard, dear students, and let's get started, and we are eagerly waiting to have you all. Welcome you all.
Next, I call upon our Head of Academics, Mr. Michael, to say a few words. But before then, sir, just let me take 1 minute to just introduce you. Mr. Michael has more than 35 years of rich academic expertise on both the academic and pedagogical basis. Currently also editing a feature full-length documentary on Indian jazz musicians. He has directed more than 51 films in fiction, non-fiction, documentary, and played more than 24 theatre role plays. Sir, the stage is yours now.
Thank you, Preeta. That was a little embarrassing, but anyway. So first of all, welcome to all the new students of the batch of 2022. A warm welcome. To all the parents who have consented and agreed for their wards to come here to study in this prestigious institution. To all the distinguished guests on the dais, Ms. SOWMYA, thank you for gracing this occasion, our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, and all the other members, Kavita Prasad, M.K. Prasad, who are board of directors of the foundation, the trust that Prasad runs, and all my other colleagues. As Carl Rogers, a humanist psychologist, once said in his book on becoming a person, he said, we cannot teach another directly, we can only facilitate his or her learning. Facilitate, not teach directly. And on that note, I would really like to introduce you to the co-academic team, my department heads. You will meet with your other teachers in the afternoon session today. But for this session, I will quickly just introduce the heads. And let this hierarchical way be in no way wrongly construed as one is of greater value than the other. First of all, the head of the sound department, M. Venkatesh, who's always on the edge, and I must say he's been on the edge for, 40 years, Venki? Just 35. But this man's hunger for knowledge is unsatisfiable, and he keeps digging and digging and digging and digging. And that brings me to a very important point in the terms of how education is today for all you young minds. You might spend 2 years here or 4 years in the undergraduate program, but that is just an initiation ceremony. You have to be a lifelong learner, because change is the only thing that is constant. And so in that world, not only is it important about what you learn, but is also how you learn. And you need to start becoming self-initiated learners and take onus of your learning. The next department I would like to introduce is the head, Palnivelu Kalimuthu. Palni has a certain depth and intensity, not using the usually authoritarian ways of predominant management structures, but by trying to find a stillness in his practice. And this is very hard, especially, as I was saying, when change is the only constant. But we really need to slow down. You know, the notion of hurriedness, of doing so much, is a very Western concept, first of all, and secondly, I think it is something that the corporatization of the university has embedded into the educational system, which is of great danger, because we are never ourselves when we are in a hurry. This is also compounded by the fact that the role of the repository, the role of the facilitator today has changed in a knowledge society. We have moved from an agrarian to an industrial to an information, and now we are in a knowledge society. And the facilitator is no longer the sole repository of knowledge. It's there in your watch, it's there in your phone, it's everywhere. So then what becomes the role of the facilitator and what becomes the role of the student? You know, things have changed and we need to renegotiate that space. Going on to the direction department, Lata Murugan. A person with a sense of precision which comes from rigor and practice, and most of all from restraint. In a world driven by consumption, this is indeed rare to come across. The means of production are today accessible and affordable. Making a film is not like it was for L.V. Prasad. It's accessible, but access does not translate directly into quality. Actually, we've been creating a lot of digital waste, and we really need to try to re-look at the whole relationship between cinema and us. This relationship between all of you and that screen, this space in between now, is the space where we need to ask our questions. It is neither there nor is it in you. I'd like to introduce from the screenplay department, Indranil Chakravarti, who is, I hope, no, he's busy in a class prepping up diploma students for their final diploma films, and we couldn't even lose a day, so he's there. He's a person who, whose classroom will transport you into different cultures and give you a sense of the world. The context that your learning is embedded in gives it relevance, and it's important to find your position, students. It is important to find your positions in response to the world around you. What will be your Weltanschauung, as they say in German, which means what will be your world view? So, any learning which is not embedded in context is empty and has no relevance. Learning some technical gizmos is just a frivolous activity. How do we apply that technical knowledge into a creative expression which is a response to the world around us is the crux of the matter. In the cinematography department, it is headed by M.A. Madhyaragan, who is a facilitator who has a deep concern with the student and what we call a student-centric approach, which places all of you at the center, not us. And I would like to also introduce the head of the BFA program, Rajamohan. he's a program head, and the UG program is in a very nascent stage. You guys are the second batch, and we hope we keep also building it up and creating a vibrant undergraduate program. So to go back to both these people again, I see both Madhi and Rajamohan as people who are so concerned about their students, and that is again the center. And I think that relationship is the crux of education. And I'd like to just end with a quote again from Carl Rogers, who in his book Freedom to Learn said, "We know that the initiation of deep learning rests not upon the teaching skills of the leader, not upon his scholarly knowledge of the field, not upon his curricular planning, not upon his use of audiovisual aids, not upon the program learning he utilizes, not upon his lectures and presentation, not upon his abundance of books. Although each of these might be at one time or the other utilized as an important resource, no, the facilitation of significant learning rests upon certain attitudinal qualities which exist in the personal relationship between the facilitator and the learner." Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I'm calling upon Dr. SOWMYA to say a few words. But ma'am, just 2 more minutes. Some good things can be heard multiple times, but here we are going to hear it the second time. Already Miss Kavita Ganesh has already told about her, but good things, let's hear it more. You can laugh. Thank you. Dr. S. SOWMYA is a Carnatic music singer. She's learnt music initially from her father, Dr. Srinivasan, and later from Dr. S. Ramanathan and Srimati T. Mukta. She was awarded Sangita Kalanidhi title by Madras Music Academy in 2019. She was appointed by the government of Tamil Nadu as Vice-Chancellor of the Tamil Nadu Dr. Jayalalithaa Music and Arts University on the 8th of April 2022 for a period of 3 years. Dr. SOWMYA made her concert debut at the age of 11 at the Samadhi of Sadashiva Brahmendra in Nerur. In 1986, she made her first performance at the Madras Music Academy when she was just aged about 17, and thereafter performed there every year for 33 years. She has performed at all major sabhas all over India and had presented her concerts in, the list is huge, bear with me, USA, Canada, UK, Australia, UAE, Germany, France, Singapore, Malaysia, Switzerland, Belgium, New Zealand, Tanzania, Sri Lanka, and various other destinations across the world. May I request, before inviting ma'am to the stage, just 1 minute, listen to an audio.
Kalavaniye Sharanam Taye Sakala Kalavaniye Sharanam Taye Sakala Kalavaniye Sharanam Taye Sangita Veenavaniye Sharanam Taye Sangita Veenavaniye Kalavaniye Sharanam Taye Sangita Veenavaniye.
Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very, very good morning to all present on the dais and to all those present in the audience. This is indeed a very, very memorable and a very momentous day for me. I have been in awe since not this morning but for a very long time of Shri L.V. Prasad sir, whom I have, of course, like many of us here, have seen him on the screen. If I could say, my association goes long back when I was a student and I used to attend, you heard the name Srimati Mukta, one of my acharyas. So Shri L.V. Prasad sir's house used to be next to their house in Gandhinagar. And it was a beautiful white house which I still remember had a lot of birds, all those lovebirds and parrots and all that. And I used to, as a little young girl, every time stand outside, try to, peer through the high walls or maybe a small crack in the wall or something, or the gate, and try to see all those and then go. Then I asked Muktama, "Adu yaroda veedu? Romba nariya birds la alaga irukke" appadinu. She said, "Adu unakku theriyuma and cinema la nadippan adu pannuvaru avaroda veedu" appadinu. So that was when I heard about this person, because she told me about him. And such a lovely neighborhood, such a beautiful house, the class and the aesthetic, I would say creativity. That was my first exposure to that. And later on the screen, of course, we saw that picture, the scene from Rajaparvai and many more. So all these things, when I used to wonder, in the vayasla, my God, he looked so young, so healthy. He looked, in the sense, well exercised and jamman. I prefer Tamil that way. So all these things very inspirational, very inspiring. And so when Mrs. Kavita and the registrar, when they came to see me, and then when they said, "You must come," I don't know what they thought. I said, "Vandur Rene." That was my reaction. I'll come right away. It's such a pleasure to be associated with the studio and, of course, and the laboratories, the institution today. Of course, the other association has been the studios, where I have come multiple times to be part of the Super Singer shoot. And I guess it's no longer held there, probably after my departure from the Super Singer scene, that it's now shifted elsewhere. But however, I'm so lucky, I came here all the time. One thing that strikes me apart from the class, and I said, the sheer hard work, the sheer perseverance, the diligence, and the what should I say? That vision, that is very, very striking, isn't it? எதை பண்ணினாலும் அது வேணும், ஒரு ஃபோக்கஸ் வேணும், பண்ணணுங்கிற அந்த and as Mr. Michael said, the means to do it, the means justify the end, and he believed in it. So that is what we see here. It's not just the end, achieve it somehow. How do you achieve it so that it stays lifelong? That is something which I learned this morning, because I've never known this many details. Only after seeing the film today, the inaugural film, that I understood that his life journey. That is very inspirational, I thought, and that is, I think, where we stand today as students when we enter the portals, when we enter the portal of this creative journey, the start of the creative journey. That is what is very important, isn't it? The perseverance, the willpower, and of course, to express your creativity the best way. And believe in what you do and do what you believe in. That many of the times, we are all, we go behind things like awards, recognition, money, power, fame. These are very important. But sometimes when you do art for art's sake, it's like they follow suit. When you look at the Surya, when you look at the sun and go, you never look at the shadow behind you that automatically follows. So these are, when you go towards that aim, that lofty aim of achieving something, of achieving something not just for yourself, of leaving behind something for the posterity in terms of art, all these things follow. That is what I, from my personal life, understood, and I believe in that. I think that is very important for creative people to be free, have a free mind, have a very fertile mind that will let you think creatively, that will let you express your creativity in very, very different ways. Ilana, it will become very monotonous, and we'll always be looking at something else and saying, and be led by peer pressure and things like that. So that is not the aim. So, and this, where else can you get this kind of where else can you let out your creative freedom than LV Prasad Studios here today, LV Prasad Laboratories, an institution. I wish I could come back and probably do a course here too. The ambience is so good, and all the teachers, the faculty, the professors with this kind of experience, I think you're all really lucky. I would welcome you, because I really hope to be, as the Vice-Chancellor of the Jayalalithaa, Tamil Nadu Jayalalithaa Music and Fine Arts University. I would love to be associated with this institution in the near future. So keeping that vision in mind, let me say I would welcome you all to this institution, and just unleash your creativity, if I may say that. Have a go, enjoy yourself, be happy with what you do. That's very, very important. It's a very important day, 22/8/22. Nice, very nice palindromic day. And not only that, it also happens to be Madras, Chennai's birthday. So, what more can you ask for? A very, very joyous, happy, cheerful day. And they have chosen the right day to celebrate your entry into this lovely institution. So, best wishes to all of you, and enjoy. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here this morning with you all. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am, so much for the motivational speech. Students, are you motivated? More. Sure. So, thank you so much, ma'am. Next, may I call upon Mr. Ravichandra ji to say the word of thanks.
So, word of thanks, I hope you all know that it comes to the end. Hey, thanks. Before I start my thank, on behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank Mr. Prasad ji for his wonderful dream, creating the great platform for us. And I like to thank Mr. Ramesh Prasad ji, fulfilling his father dream, starting this academy 2005. You must have seen the videos. And my special thanks to Mr. Sai Prasad ji, expanding this idea, fulfilling his father dream, taking this to the next step, and started LV Prasad Education and Research Foundation 2022 this January. And he started College of Media Studies in this January, and let us all join together in applause for this review. Thanks to the entire Prasad family for creating the wonderful learning platform for us. Welcome you all. So now let me start my word of thanks. I've written something, let me read out for all. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a word of thanks on this occasion. History begins today, and your life will not be the same again. I am confident that our young aspirant, undergraduate and postgraduate students starting their journey to create an history and welcome you all. My best wishes to you all. On behalf of L.V. Prasad College of Media Studies and the entire fraternity, extend my most sincere thanks to Sangita, Kalanidhi, Dr. SOWMYA ji. I think we need to clap loudly. Thank you very much. Because I have a couple of paras to go. For every para, if you clap, I will be motivated. Thank you very much. My heartfelt gratitude to the parents for coming here to bless our students. Thank you very much. And special thanks to all the parents who have permitted the students, the children pursue their dreams. In the world that is dominated by craze of engineering and medicine. I remember because I started my career in 1990. 1995 onwards it's an IT, 98 onwards I started reading from the colleges and from the parents and from everyone, and neighbors and whoever you call it as, engineering or medicine was a career, correct? I hope people with my age group, they will accept this. I've been in medicine and engineering and wherever you go. So when today I believe the last week counseling started, and my times in 2000 there was a counseling in Anna University. You'll see a big queue with the parents and students waiting outside to get the seat. Today it's different world. It's a different in it. We are seeing more change in the education. One of the great, that's why I started I thanking Mr. Prasad ji for his dream, and Mr. Prasad ji and Mr. Sai Prasad expanding and thinking very wide about this program, and they are also coming with a lot of multiple programs. That's why my special thanks to the parents who have the complete confidence on us, and special thanks on behalf of students. I'm thanking your parents because they said, today I met a couple of parents, they said, yes, today is medical and engineering, but however, I want to trust my children's dream and I want to fulfill the dream. Can I request students to stand up and thank your parents, please? Can I request all the students? And yeah, it's an opportunity for us to thank your parents and guardian. Thank you very much. Please sit down. My deepest sense of appreciation and would place on record an hearty thanks to all the students joined L.V. Prasad College of Media Studies. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our Chief Executive Officer Dr. Kavita Ganesh and a wonderful speech. Yeah, you can clap, I see. Thank you. I also like to thank Mr. Michael Joseph, Director of Academy, and Director of Students Affairs and Business Affairs, Mr. Shiraj Ahmed, and of Board of Director, Mr. How can I forget? M.K. Prasad sir. M.K. Prasad sir. He's been as a mentor, guidance, and is extending all his support to make this college a great. And I also like to extend my special thanks to all the head of the department, heads, Miss Lata Murugan, Mr. Madhyaragan, and Mr. Palnivel, Mr. Venkatesh, and Mr. Rajamogan, and Mr. Indranil. And my special thanks to all teaching staff and non-teaching staff and support staff made this event a great success and a launch today. And every time when I do this speak, my name is Ravi Chandra. As Preeta said, I'm General Manager, Sales and Marketing. I take one step further and take opportunity to thank my Sales and Marketing team. Can I request when I call them, if they can come to the stage and take the blessing of everyone, and with Madam. Ms. Preeta, a Sales Manager, you can come. And Mr. Padma Prasad, little fast, you have to do. Padma Prasad and Mogana, Kavita, Guru Prasad, Saranaraj, Guru Prasad is here, not here. He's busy. This program is going live. I hope everybody knows. He's busy working on that outside this office. If he's here, he can come. He is here. Guru Prasad. And other 4 members are not here. They work from Trivandrum office and Bangalore office. His Trivandrum office sales manager name is CB Raj, and I have Ramya. And from Karnataka, Bangalore, we have Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan and Ms. Kripa. This is my sales and marketing team. Thank you very much to everyone for joining us. Thank you.
I would like to thank the man who put all this together, Rajkumar sir.
So obviously, thanks Michael sir to initiate it, remind me about this. A big thank you. I've written about Rajkumar here. He thought I missed it. No problem. A big thank to Mr. Rajkumar and his entire team, because this program cannot happen overnight. It required a good planning, it required a detailed planning, and Mr. Rajkumar and his team have done a great job working last 1 week, 24/7, making this event a great successful, and special thanks to Rajkumar and team. I cannot, yeah, you can, sorry. Special thanks. Yeah, so I cannot end this thanking without thanking the entire technical team, non-technical team, and Mr. Nagesh, Mr. Madhi team, and entire team has given the complete support, setting up this from the early morning, and this program is going live, as I said. And thank you very much to the entire team for supporting and making this event a great. And my best wishes to all the students and wonderful learnings. And I would like to see, we like to see all your films here. I hope it will happen in the 2 years and 4 years. Good luck everyone. Thank you very much.
So I'm sure you'll all be waiting to see that this is the end of the program, but sorry, this isn't the end yet. We will have the national anthem right now. There will be a photo session. So first, let's all stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you. Please be seated. Next, we will have the photo session. Can I call upon the students for PG, all departments, to please come forward?
Postgraduate
PG students. All departments, direction, cinematography, editing and sound design.
I request all the PG students of the various department of direction, cinematography, sound and editing to join the stage immediately.
Double up. Some of you can come forward also.
Yes, yes. So just want a better photo clarity, can join with ma'am.
Please come forward.
Please come forward.
Those who are at the back, you will not be visible. So there's maybe one more row who can actually sit. If they are kneeling down, there's a row that can sit also. Please come forward.
Sir.
You're not visible, you come forward. Just in the center.
Just smile, guys. This is your first day, right? Ready? Yeah.
Thank you. The undergraduation students. Students of BFA, please come forward.
Will be a center of place for this. Good morning.
All BFA students are here? No, they're coming. PG students, can you just stop? Rahul, just give way so that they can come front first.
Be careful with that.
Few of you, the boys who are short, can you please come forward? You can do a little bit of kneeling down. Last and final call. BFA students, anybody there? No.
Ready? Smile.
Thank you.
Staff, recover Martam agenda. IT, then they have to come back.
Next, may I call upon the staffs of LEBA, both teaching, non-teaching? All staffs. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming.
Please come, please come.
All staff means?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. All the staffs. All the staffs, teaching, non-teaching.
Excellent.
Thank you. Please come forward now. Please come forward.
Kavita madam, முன்னாடி வந்து. Stand up. எங்க நீங்களும் கொஞ்சம் நவுந்துக்கோங்க.
என்ன சாரி?
எங்க சார் முன்னாடியா?
ஓகே, முன்ன போமா. டைம் மாட்டேன். மணியாத டக்கல் வா.
சரி நான் வரேன்.
டைம் ஆகுதுமா, கிளம்புறோம். மணியாத. Yes.
So, let me just 1 minute of your attention, please. We will have a high tea just outside. You'll have to go in through the entrance that you came. There's high tea that is getting served, and then we'll again come back to this place. Any clarifications? That side. Straight, center.
They have to come back after the tea.
So finish your tea. We give you 5 to 10 minutes max. Have your tea and come back and assemble the same place. We'll continue with the second half of the events. Pardon? Yes. We'll do it after the lunch. There's a gap of 1 hour for the lunch. Once you finish your lunch, room number 2. You met us there.
No, I just came.
Room number 2, so you can come straight. This is the entrance and the first is the
After lunch.
After lunch.
Sure.
We'll do it.
No.
Then parents signature is required to come after the break.
Right. ID has already filled up this property, and I also want to see the because I haven't.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, after that, it's just a plan.
Sure. No problem.
I have students waiting for me in the edit lab. Am I required after this? I'll come back after that.
No. Second half is after lunch. This is just in between a break for tea. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you, ma'am. God bless your blessings. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guru.